Here's the issue with the default metahuman bodies. They're fine for normal characters, but for action heroes, or athletic builds, or monsters, the muscle definition simply isn't there. These custom-sculpted bodies feature actual muscle cuts, visible abs, pec separation, defined shoulders and back, 5 different physiques from lean fighter to massive Hulk build, and they maintain definition under dynamic game lighting. Plus, these comes with BattleSkin, a procedural material system I've been working on that adds battle scars, dirt, sweat, and blood to any metahuman. It's included free with these characters, but if you want to use BattleSkin on your own metahumans, it's available on Patreon. Alright, let's dive in. So first you have to make sure you have the MetaHumans plugins enabled here, especially the MetaHuman Creator one that you need to have. Then all you need to do is just go to your Muscular zip, unzip it, and you will have all of the 5, or whichever one you downloaded. And then all you have to do is just come to your project, and anywhere just create a new folder, what you want to call it. Let's call it test, and I will just drag this right here. Maybe let's drag the second one. It's going to import. So you're going to get the MetaHuman character file. That's it. So that's as simple as it is. And you have some normals, body normals. It enhances the effects of the muscle tones. So all you have to do is just open the MetaHuman Creator, and that's it. You can go and play around with it, edit it, and change and modify whatever you want. Change the face, and this is how the body definition is. And obviously, you can. Since this is a MetaHuman editable character, you can go and even change them further. For example, just go to modeling, and then you can again change these things. Everything is changeable, and you can do anything you want with it. And in materials, we have added this to normals. This is apart from the sculpts of the body, which you see here. Apart from this custom sculpts, these normals enhance it so that with real-time lighting, it's going to look nice. Let's try this. Yeah. So after the rig is created, you have to download the texture. I download usually the 4K one, but you can download whatever you want based on your needs. And once that's done, you should be able to test out the anims, like body animation. Let's do body roam and test out the anims. And it should work just fine. Since I've tested it, it's fine. You can always test it on your side. And then what you have to do is click assemble. So I would recommend using UE optimize if you are going to go for a game character. UE optimized in high, and you can change the name here. I would recommend to keep it MetaHumans itself, the default path, because the BattleSkin which I've provided with this pack needs to be in this path itself. So UE optimized high, this performs really well. But if you want for cinematics, you can always take the cinematic one. I will go for UE optimized, and then you have to click the assemble once your texture is downloaded. I've already assembled it, so I'll just show you how it looks. So this is a masculine 2-1. So it is going to give you a default MetaHuman blueprint. Now I'm going to show you how to set up the BattleSkin. So go to that to the zip and unzip it, and then you have to copy it to your project. So in my case, this is my project. So go to your content folder, and there should be a MetaHumans folder with an S. So this is where you exported your masculine character, right? So, but if you have changed the path, it won't work. You have to create a MetaHumans folder if it is not there, and by default it should be there because by default MetaHumans path is that, and you have to then copy paste it there, and that's all you need to do. Just copy paste it right inside, and this will be the folder MetaSkin materials. That's it. Now what you need to do is go to your character, the MetaHuman blueprint which you have. So there will be this body baked. Open that. That will also, you can also find that in the full masculine 02 body materials. So now open it. So this is already set up because I've already set it up myself, but by default you won't get this. You will have this. So what you have to do is go to the parent, which is this one, and you have to duplicate it. So once you duplicate it, you can just rename it body underscore body. That's it. So if I open this, there's just one difference. So the parent of this is a MetaHuman skin unified paint. That's it. But in our case, what we want is we duplicated it, and then you have to assign it here. Assign it to this thing. And what difference it's going to be is that its parent, we need to set it to the one which comes with the MetaHuman MetaSkin material. It's nothing but it's just a copy of MetaHuman's body with I can show you actually. There's just a material function which goes through the final base color and roughness. It's for the decals. That's it. So if you want to dig further, you can always go inside and modify it the way you want. So it's just a helper thing which I have just created a copy of it, so it's easy to use. That's it. So all you have to do is go to your custom body. Where did we do that? Yeah, this one. So this one, open that, and then change the parent to the one which comes with MetaSkin material. That's it. And then you will get all the decals here. So you can close this now. Let's close this. Let's close this. Apply. So now you have all the decals here. So body, hair, dirt, nipple, scars, and sweat. So now if we want, we can test it out. Let's drag this masculine 2, which we assembled right here. And then what we can do is we can play around. Let's start with body hair. So once you check that, there will be body hair coming up. And then you can just play around with all the things. So it already added body hair, and there are a few of them which you can play around with, whatever you need. You can check and you can increase and decrease the intensity. Don't go crazy because it's still a material and not real hair, but it looks good. You can actually go crazy if it is you're looking from a bit far and not like close up, but it looks decent. And then let's go to dirt. Dirt is straightforward, so it's just dirt. So we have just added a few dirt masks which you can use, and then you can go to dirt scale, dirt X and Y. This is basically the positioning of the dirt, like how much do you want to position it, and then you might want to scale it a bit small, and then you can also change the intensity of that. And sometimes you can also change the color and it might become blood or something like that. That is also possible. You can make it like a mud by changing the roughness. So that is dirt. Nipples is I think just nipples. They have a UV issue, because the problem with UV is that different meshes have different UVs, so you have to always play around with it to where it will fit your body. So in this case, if I go here, maybe it is fitting here now. It's just a helper thing if you want some accuracy or something like that with the nipples. And then let's go to scars. Scars is also straightforward. You can go and change the blood color, and then the roughness is 0, scar intensity you can go crazy with it, something like this, or a bit light, something. And then I've also added 2 more scars. And you can always add your alphas. These are just alphas. You can create your own or ask ChatGPT or Nano Banana to create you some, and you can create a particular scar here. And this is just for the placement logic of it. Let's do this. And so far the limitation of this is you can only put it on chest right now because of the UV issue. I mean, there are definitely ways to also put it on hands and maybe the back. But so far I've not gone that far to figure out and set it up because this was enough for me for now. But you guys can let me know, and we can always figure out how to get it on hands. So it is actually possible by changing the UV coordinates, but I have not set it up yet. And then you can go to sweat. Sweat is also just an alpha mask. You can always change the color if you want to convert this to something else completely, maybe a blood or something. You can do that, but by default it's like a sweat mask. There's just one sweat mask. You can always create more alphas, like I said. And then there's the roughness for it, there's the sweat scale, and sweat X and Y. That's it. And there's the scale of it. So you can play around with everything and you get to know. And by the way, this is just for the body. But you can also do that for the face. I'll show you quickly how. So this is the skin, face skin. Just go here, and we have to do the same thing again. I can show you again. So this is the parent. Go here, then duplicate it, basically. Once you duplicate it and rename it to face or something, and then go and assign this here. Once you've assigned this, just remember that by default, since you duplicated it, its parent is still going to be the MetaHuman one. So you have to change this to the face one, or go to your MetaHuman one and add the material function like I showed you. So this is the material function which you need to add, the mdecals face here, right? That's it. There's no other change here. So once you set that up, you will get the decals again here in the face as well. And once that is done, we can also check the face. Oh damn, it became too bloody. But yeah. And then you can go crazy with that. That is... This dirt, scar, everything. I removed everything. So tilak is basically like a tattoo. So just go here, and here you can add your own tattoo. Now you can also add a texture if you have a colored tattoo. So just go here and maybe position it somewhere in the middle. We can do that. So you can play around with it, change this. This is alpha, so that you can change the color and do one with it. And tilak texture is if you have a colored base color, basically. So this and sweat, scars, dirt, they work the same way how it works in the body. So you can combine both of these. And in game, if you want to do that in game, you can create these dynamic materials and parameterize this and control it in the game itself. All right. Now once that is done, you can set it up in gameplay animation sample quite easily. So I've already created some of them already, but I can show you how. All you have to do is I'm using the GASP ALS open source project from Polygon Hive, but it's like it works for the default GASP as well. So all you have to do is go to blueprints, retargeted characters. This is a MetaHuman sample. You can duplicate it. So I've duplicated it, and what you have to do is, let's go to this guy. Then you have to just replace the body, face, and everything. All of this, just copy paste from your masculine body to face, everything. Just copy paste it to your character, and then make sure the body has the anim class, generic retargeter, and the tag of this. This will be by default set up in GASP. So all that you have to do is just set it up, and then you should be good to go.